Hey, this time it will be a shout out to Soul Montero. Why? Because of her ways how she is doing her readings. Whenever I came across her channel, it felt like she had very different topics. There was like the unexpected, the harsh truth, what they are not telling, no, not something like what they would like to say or what they are not telling you, or like literally different topics. Now, during lockdown time, she even had weeklies. Usually she didn't have weeklies, but now she sort of changed a little different topics, probably because she had more spare time to do that, and fair enough. Why I suggest her, it's because it feels like you sit down with one of your best friends and she sort of observes what the situation is and what's going on. And quite often when she speaks about possibilities, how the situation could work out, quite often I like these styles when she's saying like, yeah, and then he's calling you back. No, give me the phone. I will put it aside. Don't reply him. Just don't, The way how she speaks to you feels like she is your friend, your sister, maybe your mom, and there are really good ideas put into her, like ideas as such. And the other thing which you have to keep in mind when she does the readings, she has like through like zodiac signs too. So most of the time, once again, I repeat, if you have to make your natal chart first, and then you can see like sun, moon, Venus, rising. These are most common things what you should watch on those readings. I found it like quite interesting whenever I was listening to, because my sun moon is in Capricorn, my Venus is in Pisces, and my rising is in Leo. Quite often it was like sun, moon, my Capricorn signs were resonating more with someone with whom I had challenges, even in a little bit in the past. And it was like sort of like a small update how that is like sort of panning out at the moment. With my Venus, it's more likely to be ongoing situation in my private life, in my love matters and things like that. Leo, it already like it varies. Sometimes Leo sign readings, it's like either my everyday life or it doesn't resonate at all. So literally when she starts to talk, and it's interesting, when she starts to talk, she's questioning, but it's like you are like, nah, I don't think that will be for me. But you have to listen through whole read to understand did it actually resonated with you or not. Simply because few times it started like I was like, don't think it's my situation. But then suddenly when she spreads out all those cards, because it's like she is trying to catch energetical situationship on that moment. So you have to wait until she gets to the point when she really starts to talk about the situation itself, and then how the situation possibly could work out. Or of course, as I said in previous videos, that it all depends from free will, free choice, timing and things like that. And her reading was the one what I mentioned before, that last September she did a reading and it was like word and word, one to one, what happened with me 5 years ago. So it just proves the point that probably last September energetically there was something else going on in the same energies for someone else in collective who knows for whom. I really hope it's not that bad as it was for me, even though like I said, I was quite happy that I heard that message only last September, because if I would hear that 5 years ago, my growth wouldn't happen, because from that perspective, what I understood back then about tarot and everything else, I would, from her, it's not a suggestion, it wasn't advice, it's like how she was saying how it will gonna work out. The working out part happened for me only 5 years later, and it was like, if I would hear that 5 years ago, I would just sit and wait when it will gonna happen, when it will gonna pan out the way how it sort of should. And that wouldn't do any good for me back then. I would be just stuck on waiting and waiting and waiting. When I was listening now, I was like, yeah, that happened that way. Interesting. That was really one and one. But even now, when I hear what she's saying about these situationships, I listen mostly about the situation itself. I listen what she says how it could work out, but my response quite often is like, nah, I don't think that other person is still, that they already got so far to do that, because they still have a lot of work to do on themselves. And but it's really interesting. I just can't explain why, but it's like just so, it feels so close to the heart how she's talking to you. And I just love when she pulls out a star card. And what is a star card in like original tarot white like cards? It's the naked woman trying to lean to water, and she's naked, and every time when she pulls out the star card, there are like also boobies, and it's like, it's so funny and it's so cute. I don't know why, it just makes you like, it just makes your day just so, like, the way how she says it, it's like cheeky, you know, like also boobies, and it's like, oh my god, I just can't. You just can't, you can't just not smile on that moment. And really, yeah, it's worth to listen, it's worth to watch, and maybe you will gonna find there something for yourself. But like, if I would suggest from those who are doing monthlies or topic ways, I would rather suggest Soul Montero than any other by the book reader, simply because it's, if you would look at those videos, you would see what I'm talking about. She is not like, you know, like somebody pulls out card, oh, 3 of Swords, your heart was broken, there was third party situation, la la la, you know, like just stating what that card would mean. She sort of, from all those cards, what she spreads out, she sort of sees the situation, and that's what is amazing. She fluently talks about the actual situation, and it's like, how, you know, like, and you just get like in that point, like, I just don't get it, how you can see like this is what I'm saying, this type of tarot readers I love, because they are so into all that they already know what they are talking about. They are not just stating what that card would mean, how it's sort of, because every card from tarot applies to everyone. We all are like pile of those cards, simply because all of those energies are in us at certain point in our lives. So please listen to her, really, but please listen. She usually has like probably 20 minutes maximum reading, so please spare those 20 minutes and just listen. And like really do make your natal chart so you actually know what you should listen more. And because if in your natal chart dominating sign is, for example, not your sun sign, then please do listen to that other sign too, because probably there will be even more something information wise than in your sun, like reading, like your so-called normal zodiac sign, what you are like originally, how you know yourself. So please do listen. It's really, really worth to do that. I love her. I just love her. Right. I will see you next time.